Pretty special to play the 50th. I think it's been a long time coming. My sister presented my Guernsey to me. She's been really significant in my life across the last 26 years, but probably more so the last 2 years. I'm going to get emotional. Didn't think that would happen. Yeah, she's been with me in some really dark times. Going back, resilience has probably come from when I got traded from Melbourne. That probably whacked my confidence a fair bit as a young teenager. Thought I'd played every game and did everything I could, and I think the fact that I was then up for trade at the end of that season was quite daunting and probably challenged me a lot to overcome that. So I think that part of me realised that resilience was going to have to be a big part of my footballing career. Obviously landed at the Bulldogs and forever grateful. We won the premiership, so I knew I was in my right place, but that following season, yeah, had a little ankle injury, and I think from then on it was every off season I pretty much had a surgery. So did the knee, that pop and that sound still lives in my brain, and yeah, it was really challenging, especially across that 12 months. We moved into COVID not long after, and every session that I did was in isolation. I think the best thing that ever happened was my knee, because I had to understand what hard work was like. I've had to make my body resilient to make sure that I can get through the season, and then obviously making sure that I understand what it takes for my body to stay out in the park, and hopefully this year I've found that peace. Pretty special to play the 50th. I think it's been a long time coming. I think it was almost 9 seasons worth of games. It took me to get there, but I was pretty proud to reach that moment. It was pretty awesome to have all my family and friends. I do it for those people. I do it for the people that want to see me succeed. My sister presented my Guernsey to me. She's been really significant in my life across the last 26 years, but probably more so the last 2 years. I'm going to get emotional. Didn't think that would happen. Yeah, she's been with me in some really dark times. She probably doesn't understand how much she means to me. I think just the work that she does behind the scenes to make sure I feel loved and supported is I'm really grateful for it. I think, to your point, who ran out with me was obviously my nephew and then my niece. They're all a huge part of my life. Like, they help me want to be the person that I want to be. They're always there post-game, yelling out Auntie Moo, making sure that, again, I feel loved and supported. Family's such a big part of my life, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for it. Like, wasn't for them. Like, if they weren't driving me to training, if my brothers didn't play footy, would I have ever picked up a footy? Probably not. A lot of what I do is to make my family proud, and a lot of the time I sit back and, especially post-game, I think about like my nan and my pa, and my nan sitting at home watching me play, and probably the one that doesn't get to watch me is my grandpa. Like, that hurts, but I know he'd be up there so proud of me. Being named as captain is something that is really honourable. Like, I probably wouldn't picture myself ever in this position. I knew that I wanted to help lead the girls in whatever capacity that was, and I think at the end of last year when I fractured my knee, it was, what can I do now? And I think that's probably where it stemmed from. I just kept stepping out of my comfort zone to make sure that the girls also stepped out of their comfort zone. Outside of footy, I coach in a local competition for Penton Hill in the Div 2, so I'm the senior assistant there, which is a great outlet. I love playing footy and then coaching as well. I think the fact that I get to see it from both angles just means that I can help educate these girls. Again, like, I think this leadership capacity of mine comes and stems from what I do with the boys, because it's enabled me to have that confidence and just help direct and help educate the girls. But yeah, the coaching piece is really lovely in terms of being able to get back out into community footy and understand what it's all about. I think people tend to forget once you get to this level what it really means, and seeing the volunteers behind the canteen and how much footy means to people. I think that makes me feel grounded and obviously understand that footy is for everyone, which is that means a lot to me. Playing for the Bulldogs is just such an inclusive environment. You come here and you can be who you want to be, and I think the support that you get from everyone far and wide, whether that's the board members or it's Bill and everyone in property like Cass, everyone's so equal and everyone's so supported, and that's what I love. I think anyone that walks through the doors is felt welcome. This group of girls, they mean a lot to me. I think post high school you probably lost a lot of friends in terms of you go different directions. So I think they're almost like a family to me. I look to these girls when things are going well, when they're going shit, and when things are just mellow. So I think it's really special that I have a bond with all these girls, and I think that it's just continually growing. I look around the change room and I just love each and every single one of those girls, because I know how hard this is. I know how hard it is to show up. I know how hard it is when injuries are there. I know how hard it is when you're not playing because you've been omitted. I know, I get it. And I think the fact that they can lean on me for that support and I can lean on them for that support, it's an all-in team first mentality that we want to grow with, and I don't think I'd be here without them.